My brother slept with my fiance, then my entire family sided with him. I was 26 when I caught them. We'd been together 4 years. Ring cost me $8,000. Wedding was 3 months away. I came home early from work that Tuesday. My boss let me leave at 2 p.m. because I'd closed a major deal. I was actually excited to surprise Stacy with the news. Walked into my apartment and heard sounds from the bedroom. You know those moments where your brain tries to rationalize what you're hearing? Mine couldn't. I opened the door and there they were. My younger brother Jake and my fiance in my bed. I didn't scream, didn't throw anything, just grabbed my keys, wallet, and phone and walked out. I drove for 6 hours straight north toward Canada, stopped at a gas station near the border, and just sat in my car until sunrise. When I got back the next morning, I packed one bag, took my laptop, my documents, and the framed photo of my dog who'd passed away last year. Everything else could burn for all I cared. I blocked Jake immediately, blocked Stacy. Then I sat there staring at my parents' contact info for 20 minutes before blocking them too. My mom started calling from my dad's phone, then my sister's, then random numbers I didn't recognize. I finally answered one. Big mistake. She spent 30 minutes telling me Jake made a mistake and that I was making this harder than it needs to be. Harder for who exactly? The people who destroyed my life or the people asking me to forgive them? My dad got on the line, said I was acting immature. That family forgives family. I asked him if he'd forgive mom if she slept with Uncle Dave. He hung up on me. That was the last conversation we had. 3 months later, my boss called me into his office on a Friday afternoon. My stomach dropped because I thought I was getting fired. I'd been a mess at work, barely hitting my targets. Instead, he offered me a position leading our Seattle office. It was a $40K raise and full relocation package. I accepted before he finished explaining the benefits. That weekend, I put a notice on my apartment. Didn't tell a single family member I was leaving Minnesota. Just changed my number, deleted all my social media, and disappeared. The night before I left, I drove past my parents' house one last time. Every light was on. I could see them through the window eating dinner. Jake and Stacy were there too, sitting at the table like nothing had happened. My spot at that table now belonged to the woman who destroyed me. I didn't feel sad watching them. I felt free. Seattle was everything Minnesota wasn't. Big, anonymous, and full of people who didn't know my story. I threw myself into work, stayed late every night, took on projects nobody else wanted. 6 months in, I got promoted to senior director. 4 months after that, they created a VP position specifically for me. That was 8 months ago. Last Tuesday, I got a wedding invitation delivered to my office. Their wedding. The envelope was cream-colored with gold embossed lettering. Real fancy. I don't know how they found my work address. I'd been so careful. The invitation itself was standard. Save the date, black tie preferred, reception to follow. But tucked inside was a handwritten note from my mom on her monogrammed stationery, the one she only uses for important occasions. Please come. We know things have been difficult, but family is forever. Your brother misses you. This day won't be complete without you there. We love you, and the door is always open. I sat there reading it over and over. Part of me wanted to burn it. Part of me wanted to show up just to ruin everything. But mostly I just felt tired. Then I noticed something. The return address was my parents' house on Maple Street, the same house I'd grown up in. Out of curiosity, I pulled up Zillow. Listed for sale 3 weeks ago. Price reduced twice already. That seemed weird, so I did some digging. Checked LinkedIn. Jake's profile said he was between opportunities, which is code for unemployed. Stacy was working at Target, according to her Facebook. I could still see through a mutual friends account. I called my old coworker Dave, who still lives in Minneapolis. He filled in the gaps. Apparently, my parents have been bankrolling Jake and Stacy for 8 months. Paid for their apartment. Bought Stacy a car when hers died. Covered Jake's credit card debt twice. They're selling the house because they can't afford to keep floating them. Meanwhile, I just closed on my first house last week. 3-bedroom, waterfront view, all cash, no mortgage. I'm not going to that wedding. But I did send something back. I bought a card. One of those generic congratulations ones from CVS. Inside, I wrote 3 words in my neatest handwriting. Wish you well. The period at the end was intentional. So was the return address I used. My new house. The one they'll never see. I mailed it yesterday. I don't know if they'll understand what it means. That I've moved on. That I've won. That their approval stopped mattering the moment they chose him over me. But I understand. And honestly, that's enough.